This is the OnePlus 6.
Alright, here we are with the newest phone on the block. This is the OnePlus 6 in a very sexy, sleek plastic protective film. And it's brand new, hot off the press. So here we are, it's the speed you need. Nothing at that end, nothing at that end. And OnePlus 6 on that side as well. This is the mirror black 128GB version, which should see 8GB of RAM and the Snapdragon 845 blazingly fast processor inside. So let's dig in and see what... Alright. Memory serves, the 5T took forever for this to happen. Right. Okay, so there we have the OnePlus 6 on the top. The box was the wrong way around. We'll set that off to the side for a second and have a look at the innards, because I remember the 5T having some nice stuff inside. So we have... It looks very similar to the 5T. A rather nice rubber cover, not completely transparent, it's got a bit of a tint to it. I honestly don't like it whenever they have a bit of a tint to it because it makes them look dirty out of the box. But, you know, it's free, can't complain. It's a good start. We have a SIM card ejector tool, a little user manual, or a quick start guide, safety information. Oh, there's a hole at the back. Stickers for you to put on the back of the device. Go on, I dare you. And then EU contacts. Nice. Then inside we have the OnePlus charger, which is a really sexy charger. It's one of the best, with dash charging installed. Now we have, can just about make that out. Yep, the output is 4 amps, so it's a super fast charging plug. And then we have the charger itself, or the charge cable itself, put together in their nice clips, striking red. USB-C to USB-A. So the device itself, this is the Midnight Black, which looks incredibly sexy. It is very much so. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. I remember Palm years ago doing Obsidian, which was almost a mirrored black. That's about the closest I think we're going to get here. We have a screen protector pre-installed. We've got warm hands on a cold phone. We'll just pull that off for the sake of it. And we'll turn her on whilst we talk our way around the device. Bit of a vibration there, screen's lit up. So at the top we have the notch with the earpiece and front-facing camera. Looking at the screen protector, I don't know if you can see that, but it's not exactly even across the notch. We have a little bit that's very close to the camera, and on the other side, yeah, it's squint. Right, okay. On the top here we have a microphone hole, and that's about it. On the side we have the silence switch, or profile changing switch, whichever you want to call it, and a power button here, nothing else down there. Then on the bottom we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, hooray, a microphone's hole again, a USB Type-C, and an external down-firing speaker. See, there's no speakers along here, and the screen looks to come right down to the very bottom of the phone. Over this side we have the volume rocker and a little drawer for the SIM card, and we'll pull it out, see just what's inside here. There we go. We have SIM card 1, SIM card 2, and this side up. So that is not expandable storage, that is just dual SIM. Seems like a bit of a missed opportunity there, but it's got 128 gigabytes inside, so people may have enough. We have the twin cameras on the back, which are dual 16 megapixel cameras, and then there's a phased auto detection and a dual LED flash there as well. You've got your fingerprint sensor, your OnePlus logo, and then designed by OnePlus, written just down at the very bottom there, amongst all the reflections of me. Okay, that's about it for the outside. The exterior is gorgeous, although I keep getting distracted now by the squintiness of the screen protector. Bit of a pain. Right, okay, so we're going for English, proper English. United Kingdom, proper English. Font, we'll go with the OnePlus slate, just to be a little different. See if we can notice any differences there. We've got the wonderful Wizard of Oz, change back to Roboto. There is a slight difference, but I'm not going to comment on it. It looks fine. Agree to everything because we're just like that. We're not putting a SIM in just yet, and we're going to start afresh. Connect to our Wi-Fi. Checking for updates. I don't believe there are any yet. I haven't seen any news about that. It's running Android 8.1 out of the box. And we'll skip Google sign in, just in case of downloading lots of junk. And we'll put in our name. Okay. And do we bother setting up face unlock? It would be nice to see whether or not it's fast, but that's something for the review. We'll do that in the review. Skip anyway. I'm just busting to get into the phone to see what's on there. Right, it looks like we've got a notification at the top that there is an update. Oxygen 22108 or 1805. So there we go. That'll be in time for the review. It's June 10th today. And yeah, it looks nice. It looks very standard with the cutout. It's a gorgeous looking device, really is. That screen is certainly impressive, even though it's on a very low brightness setting at the moment. It looks a bit more popping now. We've got the phone, messaging, Google Chrome, camera, and what was that again? Oh, the gallery, right. A drawer, we pull up like that to access the drawer. Calculator, calendar, camera, Chrome, clock, OnePlus communications for everything OnePlus. Bits of information, what to expect in the over-air update. 5.1.6 it is. Weekly stuff. A review of the free headphones that you could have gotten with these if you had have ordered within the first, I don't know, 10 minutes of it being available. Contacts, downloads, drive, Duo, file manager, gallery, Gmail, Google Pay. So I guess that means it has NFC. There's a couple of devices that are hitting the market without NFC, which is a bit of a pain. Maps, messages, notes, phone, photos, Play Store, recorder, settings, weather, and YouTube. So there's nothing too exciting in here at all. It is almost stocky. Over to the left here we have OnePlus's flags or cards or whatever it is it's called. Cards, membership cards, right, for Google Pay and that sort of thing. All cards in one phone. We have a dashboard as well. 98% of our storage is available, 53% of the battery, no data, but you can put that in there. Writing memos, contacts, and applications. There's a decent amount to be had here. We'll go into our settings and and we're not going to do that update just yet. We'll go to about phone. We've got Android 8.1.0 and then Oxygen 5.1.0. We've got 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. We're up to the Android security patch level of April 2018. And it all looks really rather very nice. Tons of options to play with. Almost too many to cover here, so we're going to leave those for the review. And we can always turn off. It's quite difficult to reach with one hand to get up to the top. It's just that wee bit too big, because this is a large AMOLED 6.28 screen with a resolution of 1080 by 2280, which is quite generous. The battery inside it is 3,300 milliamp hours, and weight-wise, it's not terribly heavy. They say it's 177 grams, which is quite light, and for the build and the size of the screen, it is actually pretty good. There's Gorilla Glass 5 on the front, so you've got to wonder why there's a screen protector on there. Some people will tell me off for saying that, but you know, Gorilla Glass should be able to protect you against most things. And the Snapdragon 845 is a pretty blazingly fast little processor inside. Should be interesting to see that through speed trials and things across the likes of Geekbench and stuff. Okay, so we've got big Geekbench on, and a plane flying below, close overhead. And we'll just leave it to run this and see how it goes. Okay, so we finished the benchmark with a single core score of 2,471 and a multi-core score of 9,078. Going down here, we can see there's 4 cores at 1.77 gigahertz and 4 cores at 2.80 gigahertz. And there's some of your single core scores for anyone who's interested. PDF rendering and all that kind of caper. And then the multi-core scores. Okay. So we'll compute as well, compute benchmark. And there we see is 14,602. Okay. Got a breakdown of all the specifications there too. Qualcomm 8 cores, 1 processor. And then the render scripts down there for anyone who happens to be interested. Okay, we'll have a quick look at Antutu and see how it goes. At the higher volume there is a noticeable amount of shake to the phone. The vibrations coming through loud and clear from the speaker, but okay, so Antutu gives us 268,630, which does appear to be quite high. So the breakdown shows that the CPU defeated 99% of other phones. The GPU defeated 99% of other phones. The UX was defeated 85%, so there are some faster user interfaces out there. And then the RAM defeated 58%, so it's slower than some of the other RAM that's on the market. Still something to think about. And the camera. A lot has been made about the camera. And now I'm just thinking about it, not a lot has been made about the fact that it hasn't got wireless charging. That's something I really hoped to see in this model. But again, maybe the 6T will have it when it comes out. So the camera itself is the 16 megapixel dual wielding lens affair. It's got an f-stop of 1.7, and then the front facing one's a 20 megapixel with again an f-stop of 1.7, so we should see some pretty decent pictures coming out of this if we go for a
those should look pretty good. Video options see 4K and 4K at 60 frames per second, which I'm looking forward to having a go with to see just how smooth that works out. Actually, I don't have a 4K monitor just at the moment, so I'll have to request a new one. But we'll run around and take some pictures, put a review together. If you have any questions or anything you'd like us to test in particular, throw them down in the comments box down below and we'll be sure to address them. Hit that subscribe button, give us a wee thumbs up if you fancy, and other than that, take care.